Yeah, I got something to tell you. I'm trying to swallow these pills right now because I had altitude sickness, son.
Huh?
Yeah, I had to call the doctor over to the hotel and yeah.
When was this?
When I first got there, the night that I got there. But when I tell you, Vail, Colorado changed my life. I never be the same. I can't wait for y'all to come. We're gonna have a kids trip. We going. Yeah. Vail, Colorado is off the chain. And I handled up on the snowboard. What you call it? Snowmobile. I handled up.
I see it.
I would have made you proud. But Vail, Colorado, I'm coming back. It is unbelievable. Rick, George, my wonderful AD. I love you and appreciate you. You hook me up, man.
All right, welcome back to Alpine Garage Sports. We really appreciate you guys tuning in to our garage here. We're in the garage. I'm looking at a couple of vintage Broncos that we're restoring and probably close to 12 motorcycles that we're restoring. But I love football so much that I had to start a channel talking about football, and here we are. So today we're going to be talking about Coach Prime's love for Vail, Colorado. You've heard him in the past talk about Vail, Colorado. I know if you watch Bucky's channel, he said it a few times on there. He even said it in his press conference. Actually, his first press conference here in February, he mentioned Vail again. He loves Vail, Colorado, and I understand why. So I will go into that in just a second. If you are here and you haven't subscribed yet, we'd love to have you. If you find this at all entertaining, then join. We're going to talk about X's and O's football, Colorado style. But we're also going to talk about the culture of Colorado and specifically Prime and his team in Colorado. So hang out with us. Please comment. I will answer every comment. We have a good family going here right now. And I just wanted to stop and say CW. So folks, look in the comments and look for CW's comments. He actually was a player for Bill McCartney back in the 80s. And he's given me lots of tips. But we're going to talk about Vail, Colorado and why you should visit. And also, someone get this to Coach Prime because I'm going to give him an itinerary for going and taking his family to Vail that will be off the chart. So I'm going to tell you about it. So first of all, Alpine Garage Sports. The first word is Alpine. I am an alpinist. I love skiing, mountaineering. I grew up in New Mexico and Colorado skiing all these mountains, and Vail was one of my many home mountains. He is right. There is no place like Vail. A lot of people that live in Colorado don't give Vail a lot of credit because it is kind of a conglomerate resort. And it's not like some of the mining town resorts, like Breckenridge is a mining town. So it was an old mining town back in the 1800s, and it became a ski resort. Vail was specifically founded and designed as a winter resort, and now it's actually a summer resort too. It's actually probably as beautiful in the summer as it is in the winter, and we'll go into that. But first, the resort was actually built by an ex-military guy that was with the 10th Mountain Division. So you military members that are part of our channel, you guys know this. Throw it down in the comments. And the World War II is when this started. They were going to Italy and they were going to Germany and they were going to Austria and they were fighting in the mountains. And so they had to basically learn how to survive and how to access mountains and how to fight in the mountains. And there were a lot of battles in the mountains. When those soldiers came home from war, they wanted to start ski resorts because that's the big boom right there. Is the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s was the boom in skiing. Pete Siebert, and you'll see Pete's name all over Vail. Basically, Camp Hale, which is where the 10th Mountain Division was founded out of, Vail was basically right next door. He climbed that mountain, said, hey, this is where I want the resort. Bam, just like that, he built the world-class resort that is Vail, Colorado. And there is no wonder why Prime loves this place. Colorado opulence. This is it. This is it. This is opulence at its highest form. Everything there is pristine. Every store is groomed. It's a very expensive place, but we as a family here in Colorado have found the hacks to Vail, and we won't go into that in this video. But for Prime and the folks that have the money to go and just basically go and have the time of their lives, this is a playground for the rich and famous, and it is beautiful beyond words. So you can see above me here, I'm basically taking on a walkthrough of Vail here. It's basically built off of the architecture in Europe. So you're talking about the Bavarian Alps. So you're gonna, when you walk in, you're transported to the southern parts of Germany and Austria and Switzerland. And the architecture, that's all there is. You're going into Austria in Switzerland. I spent some time there this summer, and it was like being transported back to Vail again. It was simply awesome. Now, it is a very large resort. It has expanded and expanded. Now it's one of the largest ski resorts in North America. And it actually has 3 different bases to it. 2 of them are the most important. One which is Vail Village and one which is Lions Head. We spend most of our time in Vail Village, but Lions Head has some of the best accommodations in Vail. And this is where I'm going to tell Prime he needs to stay. So I'm going to lay this out. Now, you can snowboard and ski, and you can actually snow bike there. So if you didn't want to ski, they have bikes with skis on them, and you can actually snow bike there. You can ski blade there. You can snowshoe there. There's all kinds of winter activities there that are on the mountain. Okay, so this is on the mountain in the winter. And the kids, when he takes them up there, they're going to learn to snowboard and ski or whatever they want to do. I heard snowboarding, that's one of the biggest trends in snow sports right now. Snowboarding has been for the last 30 years. So, and being athletes, all of them athletes, they're going to pick it up real easy. Plus, Vail has been voted on the best ski and snowboard school in the world many, many years over the past 30 years. They're consistent best in show. And so when you're talking about learning, there you go. So the kids could learn. I don't know if Coach and Tracy Edmonds would want to learn how to ski or snowboard, but let's just say that they don't want to learn how to ski or snowboard. They just want to enjoy what Vail has to offer. Man, Vail's got all kinds of stuff. So Vail's got, you can ride the gondola to the top and just walk around if you wanted to and not even ski. You can snowmobile, which is what Kim and Tracy did when they went to Vail the first time. My favorite is the snowcat rides. So we're a garage and we actually restore things. I'm actually looking for a snowcat to restore, an old Tucker. You see me wear this sweatshirt every single video. It is my favorite sweatshirt, Tucker Snowcats. I want to get a Tucker Snowcat, but you can get into these Snowcats and they'll take you up the mountain to the top. You can walk around, take you on a tour. They're just fantastic. That is an awesome thing to do here. And then there's also heliskiing. Now, we talked about Prime and Tracy may not want to heliski, but you can still go on the helicopter with them. I'm almost positive that for Prime, they would take them on a tour of the mountain there, a tour of the areas that they normally do heliskiing. And man, that's going to be awesome. If he loves Vail, that is going to be his favorite thing. So Prime, try to book a heliskiing trip without the skiing and you're going to love it. Or book it with the skiing and let the kids jump out and take after they take, a week of lessons, and they can go on a tour with one of the guides and you guys can fly around a little while before you land. So there's so many different things to do in Vail, and this is why Vail is so awesome. And this is just Vail in the winter, guys. We're talking about Vail in the winter, okay? When you get to summer, it's off the chain. Like Prime said, it's off the chain. And it's not only is it never hot there, it's actually snows in June there sometimes, but we have a festival there which is called the Colorado Mountain Games, and it changes hands from, GoPro Mountain Games to Teva Mountain Games. It's been a few different things, but we go to it every year, and there are professional kayakers on the Gore River right there in the middle of the city. They have professional mountain bike races, professional ultra marathons. They have climbing contests, and it's a big festival. There's all kinds of booths, and you can eat everywhere and stay and just have a great time. And Vail, guys, I'm telling you, if you haven't been there, you have to go. If you come to Colorado for anything, book a trip to Vail. I'm telling you, it's off the hook. Now, let's get to the part where I need you guys to get this to Prime. He has a bunch of people that can book this for him, specifically Sam, his assistant. But this is kind of how I see Prime going on this trip. And by the way, Prime, if you run out of people to film you all the time, I'm available. I'm just saying, Bucky probably does a better job, but so here we go. So they go to Vail and they stay at what's called the Arrabelle. It's in the part of Vail called Lions Head. And it is, when you're talking opulent, it is the opulent of opulent because it's right there in the middle of everything. The gondola is just feet from the entrance to the Arrabelle. So you can take the gondola to the top. Also, Lindsey Vonn, the gold medalist, one of the best skiing athletes in the world. She is from Vail. She actually lived in the Arrabelle for a while. So this is when she was an athlete and, Vail was sponsoring her. It is as high class as you get. So that's where I would have him stay. Now, if Prime wants the best accommodation on the mountain, there is a place called the Creek Chalet, which is actually on the mountain. You can only access it by snowcat. and they'll actually take you, drop you off. It's a 4-bed, 5-bathroom chalet in the middle of the mountain. You can actually get up, put your snowboard on or your skis, and you can ski down the mountain. And if you wanted to just have the snowcat come pick you up and take you back to Vail or take you anywhere on the mountain, you can do that. But this is opulence. This is where Prime needs to stay, right here. That said, you have to eat, right? We already talked about the mountain activities, and you have to eat. So first of all, we are bringing NFL Hall of Famer John Elway. Why would we bring in John Elway? I don't even know if Prime and Elway like each other, but at this point, they're both Hall of Famers, and Elway owns a restaurant in Vail. Hey, there you go. And it's a very high-class restaurant. So it's a steakhouse. So, you know, and the menu is awesome. It's a great place. I can see Elway driving from Denver to Vail to meet Prime and have dinner there, and lots of photo ops, and, you know, that would be a real good, feel-good thing. And I'm almost positive Vail would fall all over themselves for these photo ops, which means that they would probably take care of everybody on this thing. I'm just saying, Vail, you need to think about that, okay? Now, to give them a tour of Vail, none better than Lindsey Vonn. Lindsey Vonn is the queen of Vail. In fact, I'm going to say she's the queen and the king of Vail. She owns everything in Vail from the standpoint of, if she were to show up there, the whole city lights up. And she knows every nook and cranny. And talking about a photo op, when you've got Prime, you got one of the best football players of all time, and you've got one of the best skiers of all time, Vail would explode. This is a media extravaganza for Vail. Vail, Vail, Vail. If you are not listening to this, you need to listen. We are season pass holders at Vail Resorts. So I need someone in Vail Resorts to see this and get this whole thing hooked up. If you want to throw your friend Chris a bone and invite me on the trip, I'm not going to say no. Coach Prime is in love with Vail. He should be in love with Vail. Anybody that goes to Vail is going to be in love with Vail. And I hope this gives you a little bit of packaging into why you should go. And if you are needing any information about it, if you want to know the insider's view to it and how to save a little bit of money when you're going to Vail, comment. My email address is alpinegaragesports@gmail.com, so it's super easy to remember. I'll throw you any information you want because I want everybody to enjoy this stuff. Vail is not a hidden gem. It is one of the biggest resorts in the world, but a lot of people who don't ski or snowboard know anything about it, and you don't have to ski or snowboard when you come here. You just have to enjoy it. And it's super easy to do. Woo! All right, that's it. Vail in a nutshell. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like down there. Please leave a comment for me and subscribe. We'd love to have you. We're going to be hanging out this year. We're going to be going to the games. We're going to be having tailgates. We're just going to be having a good old time. I mean, and maybe even, I don't know, meet Prime at some point. Just saying. That's a wrap from Alpine Garage Sports. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you in the next video.